Hello everyone, welcome back to Summer Animation here on the SKZ channel. I'm your host SKZ, and it's an honor and a privilege to have you all here today. And we'll be looking at the 1947 Donald Duck short Chip and Dale, released in 1940. I don't know how I repeated the date, but anyway, this is one of the more significant Donald Duck shorts for mainly one reason, that being having Chip and Dale. The two chipmunk characters that people have grown to love over the years. And in these Golden Age cartoons, they're mostly paired up with Donald Duck. There were some instances with Mickey, but it was mostly Donald. Mostly because Donald's solo series, as it were, ran for, I think, 30-odd years. And ended in 1965 or 6 or something, but it lasted for a long time, which means they could pair him up with more characters, like he did. You know, we did Donald and Goofy, Donald and Pluto, and of course Donald and Chip and Dale, which is what we have here. And this is one of the more iconic ones because it's one of the first ones, not the first one, because no, in the first original shorts, they didn't really have any names. They were just nameless chipmunks. But now, you know, they're Chip and Dale. They have names, but they don't have their iconic things yet. The only big thing that's missing is that, one of them's missing the red nose. Like, I think Dale has the red nose and Chip is just Chip. But there are a little bit of differences between them. Like, you can tell that they have some different designs. How, one of them has puffier cheeks, one has big buck teeth, and the other one looks relatively normal. So they do have some design differences, so you can tell them apart. Like you see one's a bit dopier over there as well. But no, at least there are some differences. You can actually tell which one is which. I don't know if I didn't really watch the entire thing because it's been a while, but I don't know if they actually name off the characters. They are in the title card, of course. They have Dale has the red nose in the in the title card, but not in the short, which I think is interesting. But I'm not the judge. This was made a long time. The Chipmunks are still getting mainstream attention, so they weren't like the biggest stars, unlike Mickey and Donald, who were on there for a good number of years now. Like at this point, Mickey was about almost 20 years old, and I think Donald was. I think he was more than, I think he was like 18 or 17, something like that. It doesn't matter. The point is that these characters were already well established, and this was, like, the 40s was the golden age for Disney cartoons, where these characters really got in shape with who they actually are. This is where their personalities really shined and where all these different characters came from. And, then in the 50s, they retired the characters. Then Walt Disney died in 1966. So then they're like, no, let's just not do any more shorts until they revived them in 1983 with Mickey's Christmas Carol. And that's where they brought back all the characters. They did more stuff with them. And, people were like, oh yeah, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, they're all still around. Which I think is really cool how they brought them back after all this time. But really, Donald Duck, I want to say, first off, is my favorite cartoon character of all time. Next behind Roadrunner being behind Donald. But something about Donald is really endearing, like the way how, I can relate to getting mad about most things. He's always in predicaments he has to get out of. I think he's a very fun character to watch. Now, and before I go any further, it's not that I don't hate the other Disney characters. I don't hate them at all. It's just Donald's the most entertaining to watch. Like Mickey, he's sort of the everyman, He gets himself into situations but he can easily get out of them. Donald is like the angry, sore loser. Sometimes he wins, sometimes he doesn't. And it's fun to see him lose more than anything. And then Goofy is just the goofball, And by this point, he was mainly known for his How-To series, where Goofy didn't really talk that much. And speaking of voice actors, if we move along again, of course, in this short, Donald is voiced by the legendary Clarence Nash, who voiced Donald until his death in 1985. And like Clarence Nash's Donald is very iconic for the sense that, yeah, it sounds like Donald, but in a lot of these cartoons, it's very, very hard to understand what Nash is saying, and that's not his fault. You know, they want him to sound like a duck, and he did a duck impersonation, but something about Nash's Donald doesn't really sound that right. It sounds, it sounds a bit lower pitch. You can barely understand what he's saying. But then when Tony and Selma picked up the role in 1985 after Nash's death, and Selma's Donald is a lot more higher pitch and range. You can actually understand what he's saying now, and you know, it's a lot better to understand. I mean, like Nash did all the duck characters for Disney. He did Daisy and Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And characters like that. So he did mainly all the duck characters like that. And I mean, I guess it's a interesting like comparison to distinguish Donald and Daffy, because Daffy's voice is very, you know, you can understand what he's saying. All he has is like a lisp. All he has is that, and he has some more intermechanations that make his voice different. But Donald's voice is very all. That sounds horrible. What the hell was I doing? Anyway. We're nearly almost done. Holy Jesus Christ. We have 20 seconds left. Okay, well that's that. Chip and Dale. I really talked my ear off about anything, but you know what? Here we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this lovely commentary. I just want to say, love this short. It's great. And, yeah. So hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys next time for another SKZ commentaries. #slashers, and see ya.